Hey guys, Demolition134 here, and today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Prime Deluxe Class Starscream. Starscream is my favourite figure in the entire wave of Transformers Prime toys in the first edition wave. I just absolutely love this thing. He's got a very tiny vehicle mode, but the robot mode is really tall. He's actually one of the tallest Prime toys in the wave. Yeah, he just pulled the animated lockdown trick where he has a really small vehicle mode but a really tall robot mode. Yeah, anyway, just going to talk about Starscream's character. Now, I really do think that Prime Starscream is my all-time favourite version of Starscream. He is just the perfect combination of evil and cowardice, which I just think is really awesome. You know, he's shown to be really evil when he just outright kills Cliffjumper, but then he just completely cowers before Megatron and RC when she's threatening him. I just really like Starscream. He's awesome. He's a very nice character in Transformers Prime. Yeah, anyway, onto the toy. This toy is absolutely fantastic. Everything about it I just love. I love the jet mode, regardless of how much kibble he's got under here. I really do like the jet mode. So a thruster back here. The robot mode is awesome as well. Yeah, you just have these rubber missiles that do remove. They just kind of peg onto a little square rectangle tab. They are rubbery. Yeah, they are just kind of grey, kind of plastic. It's really kind of crap, really. I will be painting these at some point, or going over them with a Sharpie marker, just to make them look a little bit, you know, just to make them stand out a little bit more. But they are just a plain grey plastic that just kind of stick onto Starscream, which kind of sucks. You just have more of that grey plastic on his little kind of knee things. These are his knees in robot mode, and he does have some on his head crest as well. But overall, a very nice figure. It's been really nicely done. He is painted fairly nicely as well. He has some silver on here. He has some red pieces throughout the actual figure. This grey is kind of a metallic gunmetal grey, which I really like. And he does have that throughout the figure as well. So very nice. This figure is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so Starscream's transformation is so much fun. I really do enjoy transforming this figure. It's just so awesome. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the legs, well, just not remove them, unpeg them. Just going to unpeg this piece from here, they tab in, you're going to rotate like that, going to push this section up and kind of peg it in there, and that will lock in like that. Then what we're going to do is going to flip up these little pieces, come around the back, flip up these little tabs, or these little fins that go on the back of his legs, like that. Then we're just going to open up his feet like that, like so. Same on the other side, and then just get him standing up. And there are his legs. That's a fairly simple transformation. Then what we're going to do is going to rotate this around, and it does actually click, and then you know it's tabbed into place. So that's a very cool way of transforming him. It locks into place really firmly, and it also gives him a little bit of a waist joint as well, because that is his waist, obviously. Then what we're going to do is going to unpeg these wings back here, unpeg this piece, fold these pieces up. Then we're just going to split these pieces, and these will be the arms. Kind of get the wings out of the way. Rotate the arms down, and rotate them out to the side. I'm just going to kind of push down on them and fold out the hands. So there are his arms, and he does have a lot of range of motion as well. That transformation joint does give him an extra joint for his arms, so that's very nice. Do the same on the other side, rotate the arm down, and give that an extra push. The arms are a little bit stiff when you first transform him, but they do loosen up. Yeah. Anyway, there are his arms. Then I'm just going to come around here, going to come back to this piece, and split it like that, and rotate that piece around. Then I'm just going to kind of pull this out, and you can see his head there. I'm just going to pull that head up like that. Two little pegs here, just on there. This has to go into there like that, and that'll peg in to the head, lock it into place. Then we're just going to get everything else, push it onto his back, fold that up. Then we're just going to angle his wings. I'm sorry if it keeps going out of frame. I'll adjust my camera just now. Yeah, just have to get his wings in line, however you like to position them. I like to kind of have them out like that. You have to make sure this is just kind of like that. It does look the best when it's like that, and it's fairly accurate. Then just get him all positioned how you want him. And there is Transformers Prime Starscream in his amazing looking robot mode. Now, like I said, he does pull the lockdown trick, whereas robot mode is a lot taller than his vehicle mode, which I really, really like. I just think that the overall design of the robot is just really, really cool looking. He looks really kind of skinny and evil. The head sculpt definitely makes him look evil. I always do like the sculpt for the Transformers Prime. Starscream just looks amazing. His arms are really, really spindly. And he also has some really kind of pointy fingers, so really cool. And he is sort of wearing high heels. Yeah, you know, his legs are kind of weird. Looks actually kind of feminine, so yeah, it's kind of weird. But overall, really, really awesome design. I absolutely love this thing. You can go ahead and take his missiles and just peg them onto his arms there to give him a little bit more of a movie accurate, not movie accurate, show accurate look, sorry. Like that. Now, in the show, I do believe he only has like one missile, but he's got 3 now, so he can, you know, so he's got more missiles now, so yeah, whatever. But very, very cool looking. Really, really like this. I'm just going to go over some articulation, because he does some very, very nice articulation. So for articulation, you just have a ball joint up here. And it can also kind of move on a little hinge. Head is on a ball joint, it can rotate a lot. You know, it can rotate any which way you want, because there isn't a lot of kibble behind his head to actually stop him from rotating, so that's really nice. It does have a ball joint, no, it's not a ball joint, sorry. God, what am I on about? It's got a bit of a hinge joint, and it can also rotate there as well. Due to the transformation, it's having an extra joint there. And the hands can move. They're on a little hinge joint due to the transformation. You can sort of rotate at the waist, but it kind of looks dumb when you do it, so whatever. He has a ball joint here at the hips, also got a thigh swivel. Bend at the knee, and the feet can pivot slightly. You can do what you want with them. So, very nice articulation. You can get him into some awesome poses. I mean, you can even get him into the pose where he's sort of kneeling down, bowing down to Megatron. That's really awesome. Now, before we transform him back into his vehicle mode, I just really want to get a close-up of his head sculpt, because I absolutely love this thing. You can see he does have kind of like a little bit of a smirk going on, which I think is really cool. He has some very nice red eyes in there, and he also kind of has the vents, which is kind of G1 accurate. You know, at the sides of his face, he does kind of have the vents, so that's really nice. You can see his eyebrows. I mean, his eyebrows like kind of play a huge part in the show. Because, you know, they really show off how Starscream, you know, kind of looks. Yeah. Very, very cool. He has a nice Decepticon symbol on the chest. Just an amazing figure overall in terms of detail, articulation, and just the overall design of him is amazing. But that is about it for Starscream's robot mode, so let's get him transformed back into his vehicle mode, which is still a lot of fun. Just going to remove the missiles from his arms, like that. Going to fold up the hands, just like so. Come back here and unpeg this piece, fold it back up. Just gonna untab everything, untab the head, untab this back piece, like that. Then we have to kind of angle his head kind of inside his torso, like that. And you know, that's that. Then what we have to do is going to rotate the arm around that way, push them up. Same again on this side, rotate the arms around, push them up. It is kind of stiff to do that, but yeah, once you do it, it's fine. I'm going to rotate the arms up, like so. Lift. Wait, let me just get everything in line. Take this, and we're going to just kind of wedge it up in there, and that'll peg in, like that. Can open up the little fins or stabilize, whatever you want to call them. Rotate this around, fold it up onto there, lift the wings up, can go peg them in. Just like that. Then I'm just going to rotate this around, fold everything up on his legs, fold up the feet, then we have to just unpeg that piece, rotate it around and peg it into that, like that. Then I'm just going to attach the legs together and just peg the feet in like that. And ladies and gentlemen, there is Starscream back in his vehicle mode. You can just take the missiles and just peg them on. Like so, and there we go, there's Starscream. overall, I think Starscream is just an amazing figure. I really highly recommend him over all the other ones. He's the best figure in the wave easily, so if you only get one at the first edition wave, I'd definitely make it Starscream. You won't be disappointed with him. He's an amazing figure. Anyway, that was my review, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later.